bitch. Oh, bitch. Ugly ass, short ass bitch. You wanna fuck with me, bitch? Can you see this bitch over here?
Hey guys, Dylan Dunkadeer here. I don't do it as good as Jordan does. So, here we go with another video. So, I'm in this video because, a while ago I did a little rant video, which actually is my most viewed video on this channel, besides How to Jump Higher, which I didn't make that, so I don't count it. So, obviously, I figured, well shit, they got tons of views and it's only 2 minutes long of me just bitching about Justice League. So, let's go ahead and do another rant video. So last Friday we got the first trailer for the Halloween movie. It's just fucking called Halloween, of course it is. They couldn't think of a subtitle for it. Which, call it Halloween Vengeance. Halloween Laurie's really pissed. That's what we call this movie. But of course, yeah, it's gonna be a sequel. Another fucking Halloween movie. Of course we're getting another fucking Halloween movie. Now this movie has been in pre-production hell for a long time. They've been talking about doing this shit since like 2014. Apparently like the first idea they had for the movie was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have it take place at Halloween. It's gonna be like a mental asylum. Michael Myers is gonna be, freaking, he's gonna get the chair. These two kids, they're the main characters apparently, and power goes off and shit just goes bad, which I think would be a good idea for a movie. The problem is it'd be pretty shitty, but if you want to do like hardcore horror movie, that's fine. But no, we're just gonna do a fucking sequel again. I'd rather doing a Halloween movie has nothing to do with the story whatsoever, because then you can do something creative with it instead of doing the same shit you've been doing since fucking '78. So go ahead. So yeah. Now you're probably wondering, well, Dylan, what's your thoughts on the trailer? What's your thoughts? I think it's shit. I don't think this movie shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Because, look, I don't think... now, we're all aware of this. We're in the nostalgia phase, and we've been in this shit since, like, 2007. I think by the time, like, the world ends with World War III, or Korea just fucking bombing us, we're still going to be in the nostalgia phase. Think about it. I mean, like, why make an original film? You have to take a risk with original film. You don't know how the audience is gonna feel about it. Just fucking dig up a property from the '70s and bam, you got yourself a movie. But of course, the thing is that works for like action movies or sci-fi films. It doesn't really work for horror movies. Because a lot of horror movies, franchises, they have beat it to the ground. They've killed it. They've killed every horror movie franchise has been beaten to the fucking ground. Tremors, beat to the ground. Nightmare on Elm Street, beat to the ground. Child's Play, beat to the ground. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre series has been so fucked. The last movie that came out was on DirecTV. Think about that shit. So, now we're gonna try to beat Halloween to the ground. It's not been beat to the ground yet. Giving the remake, that was a fresh start. Too bad they fucked it up. I'm not one to say, Rob Zombie's Halloween was a bad movie. I think it's very underrated. It's a very good movie. Halloween 2, bad as shit from top to bottom. It's kind of like, Rob Zombie did some cocaine one night and wrote the script. And then he said, fuck it, I'll make it. But what he didn't think about was, I'm kind of pissed off the fact, no one on the set, or the DPs or whoever on the set, was grabbing him saying, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't a music video. We're making Halloween too. This isn't a music video. Really, it has no enjoyment whatsoever. But now we're gonna now they've that was such a big fuck up that they have to do another sequel. That they have to do a sequel to the original series. My God. So yeah, here we go with another fucking Halloween movie. So I'll start off with the shittiest part of this trailer. Well, there's two shitty parts of the trailer. It's so bad it's funny. The beginning of this trailer, it's like obviously we gotta bring back a Dr. Loomis reference because you remember Dr. Loomis. Kind of reference to him, and then we have two detectives. They're not psychologists. No, they're detectives. And basically, this scene is so retarded that it's funny. Basically, they go up to Michael. Michael's back is turned, of course. His back is turned. Of course it is. But basically, this guy, he just grabs his mask, goes, "Remember this, Michael? Do you remember this mask? This is your mask, Michael. Your mask, Michael." And basically, the dogs start barking. The other patients are just laughing their ass off. The thing is that clip, I can tell what they was trying to do with it. They was trying to say, "Oh, this is creepy," but it doesn't come off as creepy. It comes off retarded. It's so bad. It's kind of funny. That's the highlight of this trailer. It's the fucking highlight. And also, what is with the retconning in horror movies? It's more horror movies than it is any kind of movies. It's like, yeah, we don't have anything to do with these other movies. We just want to do a sequel to the first one. Yes, Halloween is a sequel to Halloween. Halloween. Does that sound retarded? It sounds retarded. If it doesn't sound retarded, it should. Holy shit, why? Why do we have to retcon it? Okay, I don't think this thing should happen anyway, but if you are going to do it, don't make it part of the original storyline. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Make it direct to DVD. Just make it where Michael just goes on a killing rampage. It's impossible to take this franchise serious anymore. I'm sorry, it's not possible. It's just not. Let's talk about Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love her. I think she's a very good actress. I'm kind of surprised she's even in this shit, because she's in multiple times. She doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. She doesn't like being in horror movies. But yet, she decides to be in this shit. I think when she got on Scream Queens, she just said, when she got on Scream Queens, she said, okay, I'll go back to horror. That's how I started. I'll go back to horror. Even Scream Queens is shit, too. That's a really shitty show. It tries to be like a horror comedy, but it doesn't work. You really can't bring back slasher movies and mix it with the retarded, this generation shit. So yeah, it's so retarded. This movie has no points. There's no point in making it. It's the only thing that actually this movie holds on is the fact that, do you remember these characters? You remember this, Laurie's back, she's a badass, now she's got a gun, which also, that doesn't make any sense either. Because H2O, which this is the same plot as H2O, H2O made sense. Laurie Strode, yeah, she didn't, the thing that made, Halloween scary was the fact that, for me anyway, it's the fact that Laurie Strode had no idea this shit was coming. And H2O made sense, because in that movie, she was, she's having trauma from Michael trying to kill her. If someone tried to kill you, yeah, you'd be pretty fucked up. You wouldn't trust in anything anymore. But in this movie, it's like, Laurie's a badass now. She's a badass. She's ready for Michael. No normal person would only... So far in this movie, you've said that, she's only encountered him once so far. So, why is she being like, I'm gonna bust a cap in that nigga's ass? It's so retarded. So yeah, let's go over what makes this. It's just retarded. Also, this trailer has the audacity to say, from executive producer John Carpenter. You know, that's like a selling point. Why is that a selling point? John Carpenter was the director and writer of the original Halloween. He was the writer of the second Halloween, and he has had nothing to do with any of these pieces of shit since that movie. And that makes sense. And also, he said multiple times, he says, yeah, I don't watch these movies, I just kind of collect the checks. And I'm fine with that. That is the only time, like, I'll say, well, yeah, you just want money, that's fine. Because he's no man. He deserves it. You know, it's 'cause he's got to pay those, you know, those grandkids college. But in this, I think the only reason why he's producing this movie because it's more money. I mean, he'll still get a check for, you know, it being Halloween, but you know, like, you know, with the producer credit, you know, he'll get more money out of it. So I'm fine with that. And let's talk about the shittiest. I mean, the second shittiest part of the trailer, which is that this is. I don't know how they could have thought this wasn't stupid. I don't know how they could have. There's no way you could film this and edit it and say, well, this is scary. It's retarded. At the end of the trailer, like, you know, the babysitter, like, you know, there's a babysitter character. Basically, like, she's like, and little kids like, there's a monster in that closet, and she goes, no, there's not. Closes the door, and guess what? Like, you know, she can't close it. She can't close it. She can't close it. Guess what? Michael Myers is standing there with a fucking knife. He's sitting there with a fucking knife. And I was laughing my ass off when that happened. That has to be a dream sequence. There's no way that could be a real scene. Because if that's a real scene in the movie, then we're fucked. Because they're going to be dumb shit like that all over it if that's in it. God, how do they film this and think it was scary? It just comes off retarded. Oh God. See, I'm really pissed off. The fact that we need to let these franchises die. Just let them fucking die. This is like, it's art. I know it's debatable, but it's true. Horror movies are not marketable anymore. They're just not. If you're not the Conjuring series, you are not marketable whatsoever. Because, you know why? Because horror movies, they beat their franchises to the fucking ground. The only horror movies that can get, you know, critical acclaim are horror movies that actually try. Like Hereditary, you know, A Quiet Place. These are horror movies that try to do more than what the genre expects them to do. But this is doing what the genre wants it to do. Just be retarded and do the same shit again and again and again. Just let it fucking die. Let it fucking die. Now I know this shit's gonna come out anyway. It's gonna come out in theaters. I thought it'd be like, you know, direct-to-DVD or some shit. But no, Blumhouse is making it. So it's not gonna be. It's gonna be in theaters. Blumhouse is making it. But yeah. So let's go ahead and. So I will see it, obviously. I know you're probably saying, "Oh, you just hope that you're gonna see it." I'm gonna see it because I want to review it. I'll review it. I'll review the piece of shit. But this won't change my review. But it's something I want to see in this movie. I want you to kill Michael Myers. Fucking kill him. Do not bring him back for a sequel. Do not set up more sequels. Don't set up a spin-off series where like fucking Jamie Lee Curtis is hunting him down in the Nevada desert, and all of a sudden, like, you know, Kevin Bacon shows up, and now we have a Tremors, you know, like, you know, now we have Tremors meets Halloween. Don't do that shit. Just end it. Kill him off finally. Now, before this piece of shit was released, you know, the trailer at least, this is how I wanted to see these movies. You know, the original series. Halloween 2, H2O. H2O is the best movie out of that series. It just is. You could, like, in that movie, you know, in my head, in my mind, she fucking killed Michael Myers into that. She killed him. She cut off that fucker's head and he's gone. No more sequels, that was it. But now you gotta fuck me over again by having this shit. Oh God. You're probably wondering, well, Dylan, why'd you say that Halloween H2O was the best series? What about Halloween? I'm gonna tell. Now, this might not be popular belief, most critics will tell you, oh yeah, Halloween is one of the best horror movies ever made. For me, it's very overrated. I know, it's overrated. Because it's dated. It's not a new thing, a 70s horror movie being dated. It's kind of rare for 80s movies, 80s horror movies to be dated, but 70s horror movies, it's easy as shit to be dated. Honestly, Halloween isn't as dated as Carrie is. Carrie is over the top in every single way. But Halloween, it's dated. The characters are very dated, the dialogue is very dated. So there's no point of holding it to high fucking esteem. I'm sorry, but a movie still has to have good characters too. It can't just have, it's creepy. No, it has to have good characters. You have to care with the characters. But Halloween, this movie just looks like shit. That's about it. I'm not looking forward to this. I think it looks like shit. It might surprise me, I don't know. There's a little fun fact. I forgot his name. I'll put it right here with a picture. He's the writer of the movie. He's done some Seth Rogen comedies. And, it's kind of strange he's going to be in this movie. He said multiple times, yeah, I wrote the movie. It's going to be serious. Now I figured, oh, maybe he has a chance now, because it actually has someone who is talented. I don't know if his writing is talented, but he's talented. So far, man, you can't write a screenplay. But Dylan, you're judging it by you're judging a book by its cover. Yeah, because I'm so sick of this shit. Even Halloween fans are being like, yeah, we're done with this shit. Let's just move on. There's no point in doing Halloween movies. This is worse than the shit that's on YouTube. It's fan films. God. So yeah, look forward to the Halloween. I hated the fact it just called Halloween. It's so retarded. So, yeah. That's my thoughts. It's shitty. Comment what you guys thought about the trailer. Like, subscribe to if you want. We're gonna do a review pretty soon. I'm very excited. That review's gonna be pretty fun to do. I'm actually very excited about doing that review. So, yeah. Bye.